Ever walked through an old castle and felt a chill, like you weren't entirely alone? Imagine stone walls that have witnessed centuries of secrets, battles, and heartbreaks. What if I told you some of those stories never truly ended? Today, we're unlocking the gates to one of the world's most famously haunted castles, a place where tourists whisper of ghostly encounters and staff refuse to walk certain corridors after dark. From shadowy figures in the banquet hall to the faint sound of a woman weeping in an empty tower, the tales surrounding this fortress are as chilling as they are compelling. But are they just stories? Or is there something more lurking within these ancient stones? Join me as we step back in time and explore the paranormal legends that make this castle a destination for brave souls and ghost hunters alike. Our first tale takes us to the castle's oldest section, the dungeon. For centuries, this grim, lightless place held prisoners of war and those who fell out of favor with the nobility. Visitors today often report a sudden, dramatic drop in temperature, even on the warmest days. Many have described hearing the faint clanking of chains or muffled groans echoing from the empty cells. One particularly unnerving account comes from a tour guide who, while alone, heard a man's voice clearly whisper, "Get out," right behind him. He turned to find no one there. Paranormal investigators who have spent the night here have recorded electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, capturing disembodied voices pleading for help or uttering curses. They believe the intense suffering experienced in the dungeon has left a permanent psychic scar on the location, a residual haunting that replays the despair of those who perish within its walls. Next, we ascend to the more opulent, yet equally eerie, Queen's Chamber. This room is said to be haunted by the spirit of a heartbroken queen, betrayed by her king. Her story is one of love and loss, a tragedy that seems to be forever imprinted on the very fabric of the room. Tourists and castle staff have frequently reported seeing the translucent figure of a woman in a flowing white gown, standing by the window and gazing out at the grounds below. Her apparition is often accompanied by the scent of lavender, her favorite flower. Others have been startled by objects moving on their own, a hairbrush lifting from the vanity, a jewelry box lid slowly creaking open. Perhaps the most poignant reports are of the soft, sorrowful crying that can be heard late at night, a sound that has moved even the most skeptical visitors to tears. It's as if her grief is so profound that it continues to echo through time, a lonely vigil for a love that was lost. Our journey continues to the grand banquet hall, a place of feasting and celebration in its heyday, but now a hot spot for spectral activity. The most frequently reported phenomenon here is the ghostly feast. Late at night, security guards have heard the sounds of a lively party, clinking glasses, laughter, and music emanating from the locked hall. When they enter, the room is silent and empty. Some have even reported the distinct smell of roasting meat and mulled wine, only for it to vanish in an instant. The primary ghost believed to be responsible is a jovial, but mischievous, nobleman from the 16th century, known for his love of extravagant parties. He is often seen as a flickering, transparent figure, raising a goblet and a toast before fading away. He seems harmless, more interested in reliving his glory days than frightening people. But sharing a room with a phantom party is an experience that leaves a lasting impression on anyone who witnesses it. From the boisterous banquet hall, we move to the castle library, a place of quiet contemplation and, apparently, a spectral scholar. This library is home to thousands of ancient books, and it seems one of its former keepers has never left. The spirit, affectionately nicknamed the librarian by staff, is believed to be that of a 19th century monk who dedicated his life to preserving the castle's collection. He is a shy and unobtrusive ghost. His presence is most often felt rather than seen. Visitors report feeling a sudden urge to pick up a specific, obscure book. Others have seen books gently slide out from a shelf, as if being offered for them to read. On rare occasions, the faint, shadowy outline of a man in a hooded robe has been seen gliding silently between the towering shelves, vanishing when he realizes he's been spotted. Unlike other spirits in the castle, the librarian seems to be a guardian, a peaceful entity ensuring his beloved books are respected and cared for. Now, let's venture outside to the castle's infamous Bloody Tower. This imposing structure has a dark and violent history, serving as a prison and execution site for high-profile traitors. The energy here is noticeably heavier, more oppressive. The most prominent ghost is said to be that of a knight, executed for treason after a failed plot against his king. He is not a peaceful spirit. His ghost is described as a tall, imposing figure in full armor, often appearing at the top of the tower stairs. His presence is accompanied by a feeling of intense anger and dread. People have reported being pushed by unseen hands, hearing furious, guttural shouts in an archaic dialect, and seeing the dark silhouette of a man pacing relentlessly back and forth. One chilling photo, taken by a tourist, appears to show a menacing face peering out from one of the tower's narrow windows, a window that was known to be inaccessible. Of all the spirits in the castle, he is the one most feared, a tormented soul forever trapped in his final moments of rage and betrayal. Finally, we explore the legend of the White Lady, a ghost story so intertwined with the castle's identity that it has been passed down for generations. Unlike the grieving queen, this spirit is more mysterious. Her origins are debated. Some say she was a young servant girl who fell to her death from the battlements, while others claim she was a noble woman who vanished without a trace. She appears as a luminous, ethereal figure, drifting silently along the castle ramparts on moonless nights. Her appearances are often seen as an omen, though whether it's for good or ill is unknown. She never makes a sound, and her expression is said to be one of serene sadness. Witnesses feel a sense of calm and wonder rather than fear when they see her. She is the castle's most enigmatic and beautiful mystery, a silent watcher whose story may be lost to time, but whose presence continues to captivate all who are lucky, or perhaps unlucky, enough to see her. From vengeful knights to heartbroken queens and scholarly monks, this castle is a tapestry of human history and emotion, with tales that seem to live on long after their protagonists have departed. Each creak of a floorboard, each cold spot, and each whispered voice adds another layer to its enduring mystery. Do you believe these are merely echoes of the past, or are they proof that we are not alone? What would you do if you came face to face with one of these spectral resonants? The world is full of places where the veil between our world and the next seems incredibly thin. Thank you for joining me on this ghostly tour. If you're fascinated by the mysteries that hide in the shadows of history, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Let me know in the comments which of these castle ghost stories you found the most chilling. Until next time, stay curious.